Thank you.
We started off on talking about comments, and then we transgressed and slipped completely to a different topic. What we were sort of concentrating on a bit was how you disseminate curated news, I guess. So that when you're writing a story, different people are going to need to consume it in different levels of intellectual ability or different levels of, what do you call it when you can't bother to read something?
Attention span.
Attention span, thank you. And talking about visualization, one of the problems that I have with visualization is it's fine if you can see, it's not very good if you can't. Or it's okay if you understand visual medium, but you might prefer text. So it's actually a very sort of simple idea really, that you somehow slide between varying levels of either complexity or visualization of a story. So it's on a very simple data table example, that would be you have a table of data, or you have some very small list of bullet points, then you can slide to a bit more complex one, then to the data set or a visualization of the data. See what I mean? So you slide it along a continuum. With a story, it could be that someone's written the story, then you've got some bullet point précis of it, then you've got maybe an animated, someone's done a cartoon version of it, or someone's done a video of it, and that somehow you can also, when you're scrolling, you can somehow jump from where you are in one bit of it to the same point in another bit and carry on from there. So that was what we were. It was all a bit blue skies really.
Potentially a proof of concept in a very simple model where you just switch between data tables and data visualization, bar charts, graphs or whatever, depending on how complex the data table is and the user's preference to have tables or data visualization. So you can at least show what could be done with that.
Because again, it goes back to the idea that it's the user who chooses how they want to use it.
I think you're completely right in terms of levels of how much people want to see visualization. I think it can be overworked. I think although there may be to a small group of people a lot of interest in a very complicated amount of information and depth, visualised depth as well, but news traditionally has been something that you skim read, it's been something that you read for 20, 30 seconds and you pick what you want and that's it. So I think there's a trap you can fall into with visualisation of making it too big and too grand. So you want something too big and too grand, you buy a book, or you do a dissertation on it, or something like that. If you want the news, it's there for a really bite-sized chunk of it, and then after that, then if you want to find out a bit about it in depth, then you go to somewhere that is specialising in that in-depth thing. Possibly. You've got to know where that is. I mean, at the moment we have different newspapers that cater to different levels of, I don't know, ability. But actually, they don't. They also create different political things. So if you can have this one story that span different people's access to it.
I even suggested you could do it on your right-wing, left-wing bias. So as you move the slide, you could replace asylum seeker with doll scratcher or whatever, or vice versa, depending on your prejudices.
The whole load of flavours of this.
Yeah, but building on what Paul said before about your project, but I think it applies to anyone, that maybe if we are building something, we need to have like that possibility for the journalist, like to build a clear path and to like, even if all the data or all the content is there, like to give a clear path of relevance, or highlighting what is important, because yes, there's a lot of not only like pundits, but also like experts in infographics and etc. that criticize a lot that you just give all the data or like make a nice visualization, but you are not actually highlighting what is important, you're not giving like a headline, no? So maybe, I think we didn't think about that, or at least I didn't think about that, but maybe it's important to give that like highlights. Any more comments about this second project? So shall we explain the